Righteous vibes. Testing, 1, 2. Yes, I hope everybody can see me. I can't check. There we go. Lovely. Yes, monitoring. Aguan. I hope everybody can see me. Yeah, check. Cool. Turn that down so we don't get any feedback action. So let's just fade that old track out and we can crack on. That's a Royo from Ever Living, by the way. There we go. Off it goes. Well, thanks for everybody for tuning in. It's been a great day. I mean, the support's been excellent for the new album, and I thank everybody for investing. It's really appreciated massively, especially because I got my tax bill today as well. So every little helps. Yeah. Without further ado, I should crack on with the first track from the latest opus, which is entitled "A Frank Sinatra." Yes, another appalling pun, but you know, I'm kind of synonymous with them now. Hopefully that level's alright as well. It looks good at this end. Let's have a look at the chats. Getting echoes, right. Shouldn't be doing. Shouldn't be too bad. Good evening, Walter. Hello, Massimo. Santi, hello, sir. You rocking vibes? Sorry about the squeaky chair as well. Hopefully the echoes have gone, Andy. Sounds good now. Thank you, Duncan. Sounding fine there, rocking. So yeah, I got an album out a little bit quicker than I thought I would, to be honest. Another album after the last one. Good evening, Graham. Good evening, Paulus. Twiggy, you're right. It was a couple of things really. Obviously, lockdown, just pure time to no distractions whatsoever. So, I mean, I come in here quite a lot anyway. I've obviously been spending like 12 hours a day in here. So I cleared the backlog, which has been building up for ages. Good evening, Robert. And it's still bad, really. I mean, I've still got a load to plough through. Because I'm terrible for starting tunes and then never finishing them. Half finishing them, I should say, and then they just go into the silo, the to be finished silo. So I set about going in there and shortlisting. I shortlisted 12 to work on, and then I ditched 2 about halfway in, I suppose. And this is the 10 that we ended up with. So that's a Frank Sinatra, which features the Hawaiian guitar that I only bought 3 weeks ago. Still can't play, but nice extra texture over the top. I think that's the Oscar, that little reedy thing. Yeah, it is the Oscar synth. Yeah, and I shared this clip on Instagram, but it was with a different. The beats were a lot more aggressive. So I replaced it with a Brushes kit, just for it to be more sympathetic to the sonic of the tune. Yes, there, Miguel. Sorry if I'm a bit distracted and not. Good evening, Mark. So yeah, hopefully the sound's alright, it's not echoing. I've got to have a little bit of monitoring here. I can't be doing with headphones. Yeah, so hopefully there's a little bit, there might be a little bit of bleedage, but I've got it cranked up. Pan the system. So high maintenance, track 2, high maintenance. The only reason I called it this is because there was a little web series about 6 years ago called High Maintenance that was just about a New York dope dealer. Great little thing, little kind of 15-20 minute episodes. But it got picked up by HBO and it's a little bit shit now. But the music, I love whoever did the syncing for it had an excellent ear because it had a real nice feel to the tunage, and so I thought it's the type of thing that they'd have on there, and big kind of swelly chords and what have you. So and obviously the dope connotations, always like a bit of double meaning with the weed. Oh, a bit of flute on there. I can't really remember doing much about this. There isn't a lot to it. It's one of the more simpler attempts at a song. Tonight I'm drinking Bombay Sapphire and Fanta Lemon. Cheers. Cheers. Maurizio, good evening, sir. How are we? So yeah, I should pin the link, shouldn't I, really? There's that's where you need to be heading. Bandcamp, who were waiving the fees for 24 hours. That was the other reason I released it. Sorry, I got sidetracked. It was supposed to be late May that was putting this out. But obviously, you know, 10% up on all the transactions because they're kindly waiving the fees for 24 hours. So that's the Bandcamp. Yeah, I shall actually go and get the link and pin it to the top of this feed. There we go. So there's me. Right, I've got a comment and then pin it. Boom. Pin. All right, Pip. How's it going? I was looking at a picture of you in Croatia today, weirdly enough, Mr. Cooper. Where you gone? I've lost you. It's gone. You deleted your comment there, Phil. Weird. Yeah, so that was High Maintenance. Was it? Is it still like? Oh yeah, no, there's a false ending. Yeah, a little bit more aggressive. Aggressive's the wrong word, but a little bit of distorted organ in there. Danielle, good evening. Good evening, Josephine. Shite wine. Well, yeah, it all does the same thing, doesn't it, really? My dad always used to say, like, you can only taste the first glass. Gourmand, there he is. Connoisseur, Cobby. Thanks, Wes. So here we go, we lost our magic on the pier, which is a little bit different to the others. Yeah, I've got some clips of making the tune actually. I'll share them. Phil, all right, brother. Vibes. Let's go back to that puppy. Sorry, disappeared there. Yeah, the title for this came from Burgundy, Matt Rake's Burgundy Blood, the magnificent rapper. It was something he said, stuck with me. So I was like, that's a great, it's got a romance to it there. It's got a romance to it. So thanks for that, Burgundy. Appreciate your inspiration, brother. But yeah, I got the riff. The riff just came to me out of that guitar riff. I was genuinely I was sat in the car, I was sat in here, and I just started singing it. And I never do shit like that, ever. And just started singing this like, I imagined it as brass, really, but I can't play any brass. So it had to be on guitar. So I got that riff locked in my head for a couple of days. I thought, well, I might as well try and do something with it. So I put it down, and then did I put the drums down a second? Yeah, I did. I went and put the drums down. I was going to just put a Northern Soul beat down, and I ended up doing this weird kind of floppy thing that's just kind of falling over itself all the time, but it fit. I was like, yeah, that's great. I love that. And then put a bit of acoustic and some tambourine down, and some bass last, I think. And it was finished. Well, there is a bit of brass on there now. I'm on the bridge there. He loves it. Oh, have we been deconnected? Oh, was I just disconnected there? I can do that sometimes. Sometimes it gets disconnected because of copyright infringements. I can't imagine you do that with brand new stuff. Good evening, Hugh. Good evening, John. Are you two related, Hugh and John Terrell? That'd be a bit weird coincidence if you're not. A slight flicker, was it, Dunk? Hopefully, yeah, it'll maintain. But I don't get feed stats up here. Oh no, I'm getting them actually. 10 meg per second is supposed to be fine. Yeah, well, we live in hope. Right, what are we on to now? Here, hold my mind. Not here, hold my pint. Here, hold my mind. Another one that came about really quick and then took ages to finish. Because I went on too long. I think I did about 15 minutes worth of takes on the drums, so I couldn't choose which patterns to use because I liked them all. Top lines I was happy with the guitar, but it was still a little bit basic. It needed some icing, which was just a bit of percussion really, and then these kind of synth coders at the end that was a fucking pain actually, because I did them like 2 days ago. Santana is a big influence, definitely, yeah. Good evening, Philip. Good evening, Ed. Sorry for not missing these messages. What was I about? Oh yeah, so, all my man. So I'd come to it on like Tuesday, I think, this week, and I could tell it needed. I thought if it's going to go on the album, it needs help. So I put these 2 parts on, shared them. Thumbs up from people. I'm like, yeah, good. Yeah, they can stay. And then got up the next day and I thought that brass sound is shit. Wow. The top line, the synth was great, but the brass was, I thought that is just pure chicken in a box. Chicken in a basket. Sorry, Script. Chicken in a basket, not chicken in a box. It was just wrong. So I ended up spending like most of the day trying to get it on the same pattern, because I like the melody, I like the riffs, but the motifs. But I didn't like the sound. Didn't like the sound at all. So I worked on the synth for about 2 or 3 hours. Happy with it. Put it down. Listened to a few other tunes. Came back to it. No, that was the story of this mastering session on it, because I wanted to get the album mastered and finished. But I ended up fucking about with this tune. Fucking about so long time anyway, you know, but finessing it. Ended up finessing this, and then when I finally started mastering, I found like there was errors in the other tunes that kind of were revealed under closer inspection. So I actually ended up mastering, finishing Hold My Hand. I finished it at 10 o'clock last night, this one. Finally mixed it and was happy with it. And then I had to master it. I had to master the full album. So I finished mastering it at 3 o'clock this morning. Finished mastering the album at 3 o'clock this morning, and then delivered it at 8 a.m. So I couldn't cut it any finer, really. I liked it like that, though. I like the deadline. You know, to really put a rocket up your ass. Anyway, back to the. Questions as yet. So yeah, I've upped my pro game. As you can see, I've integrated. This took forever getting this into the system, but hopefully it's a lot better for it instead of using the mic on the computer, and getting the feeds like direct in as well. Should be a nice sonic experience. Well, yeah, cheers everybody. Thanks for joining us. A Friday night stream. Yeah, it's the longest one on the album, this. Props for chicken in a basket, Gav. Greetings from Chile. Hello, Lou. Good to see you. Well, sorry to hear from you, so thanks for joining us. Freezing here. Oh yeah, sorry, it was on the wrong page. Thanks, Andrew. So yeah, good album for the summer. Pitch it up, you jazzy cunts. So this synth, I put that down on Tuesday because this was just instrumental. Well, it's all instrumental, but it was just unmotifed, for want of a better term. So I put that down. In fact, there's an Oscar on the Instagram. There's an Instagram of the Oscar part. So that was like, yeah, lovely. And then the brass comes in. But as soon as I put it on a Juno synth, it was like, yes. Oh yeah, Kickstart, Grange Hill, Alan Hawkshaw, all that type of gear. Rhubarb and custard. Corduroy the band, yes I do know Corduroy the band, Gavin. We supported them, the band I was in, Ashley and Jackson supported them briefly. Thank you, Brother John, for the droppage. Hello, Lanzarote. Thanks, Paul. Cheers for that, brother. Oh, there's a Terrell loving happening in the comments. I like that as well. That's top. So that's Here, Hold My Mind. Track 4 on Nostalgia Intensa. Nostalgia Intensa is the LP title, and it comes from a song that Harry Dean Stanton sang, which is the theme tune to Paris, Texas, and it's in the lyrics there, and you know, things jump out for certain reasons and go into kind of shortlists, and that was one of them. Intense nostalgia invades my mind, and he does that quite a lot actually. I asked, there was a kind of connection with it. The melody, it was a Mexican blues. So Uncanny Valley is track 5, and that title is from it's the graph of when something becomes more human-like, it gets more repulsive, like a robot or whatever. It's an automaton. The nearer it gets to a human, it's like there's this valley occurs on the graph, but I just thought Uncanny Valley. Again, they don't have to have a reason to jump out and go into the short lists. Travis, good evening, sir. Delphi, good evening. All right, Alex. Excellent. Birmingham representing. All right, Chris, good evening. Here we are, getting old, brother. Great film, I know. So Uncanny Valley, yeah, Uncanny Valley. Yeah, this one sat around for ages because it was just these kind of like two scratchy guitar chords, and I couldn't decide where to go with them. And I've left them as they are, and they're terrible. They're played ever so bad, but I couldn't get them. I tried playing it back in again, and yes, Mr. Regan. The return of the palms up, which means thanks or prayer. I'm not sure, but I use it a lot. So yeah, the little scratchy guitar thing, that was the kind of seed. That was the bit of grit that the Pearl was kind of built around. Kept the machine drums. Some things sound better with a machine than they did with playing. I don't know why. Horses for courses. Good evening, Salma. And there's a bit of singing on this. There was a lot of singing on it, but I've chopped it all up because I can't stand my voice really. But it doesn't stop me trying. Don't stop me trying to make a fucking idiot of myself. JJ Fuchs is the only time I've ever pulled it off, I think. And even then it was comedy. So I did a bit of singing on it. Oh no, Ether on the Solid Doctor thing. All about some Ether. That was me singing, which I let through. But generally no. But on this one, yeah, you can hear there's a little bit of slicing and dicing, just for another little kind of cloudy texture, a little bit of kind of cirrus. A little bit of nimbus in the landscape. And then that's a bit of the accordion. It's a little one, so it sounds more like a melodic. Actually, I was messing about today, so just for a laugh. Yeah, anyway. I've got to get a new chair that doesn't squeak. So how's everybody bearing up? I mean, I've got to be honest, not much changed for me. I live in the shed, and I've always worked from home, and all the fam are around me, which is lovely. And the air is incredibly clean when I go for a jog. Yes, Mr. Spavin, welcome. Thank you, brother. No, better late than never. All right, Brett, how's it going, man? Duncan, rock on. So yeah, we're up to track 5. For those that are just joining us, we're up to track 5, Uncanny Valley on Nostalgia Intensa, the latest outing on the classic. You wrote the song, so you should sing on it. I know I can't sing, Chris. Honestly, I can do pub singer, but as soon as I try and do anything with any kind of like sincerity, it's just toe curling. I wish it was, honestly, it's my biggest regret really. I wish I could sing. It's not my biggest regret. It's not even that big a regret, to be honest. Tonight's beverage, Adam, is it's Bombay Sapphire and Fanta Lemon. Yes, proper lockdown cocktail. Massimo, how can I make so many albums? Because it's occupational therapy and I come in the studio every day, so you know it shouldn't really take you that long, should it? The idea that it is a long process is because we've got used to this idea about bands just bringing an album out a year, 12 songs out a year, because of the kind of business model. But you know, any songwriter can just, you know, chuck them out. Locktail. Honestly, comedy writing career, the vocation that you bypassed, Mr. Regan. Elton John did alright out of it, he did. Yeah. Do I lock down to regular hours? Yeah. I come in at about, I'll get all my chores done, dog walking and that, and a bit of exercise, and then I come in at about 2, and then leave about midnight. And I mean, I'm not writing music all the time. It's my study as well. You know, it's where I can read and you know, and I'm away from like whatever they want to do in the house. So so you know, it's solitude, isn't it? It's a sanctuary. So it's, you know, I can keep my sanity. And the wildlife's fantastic as well. Avian. There's you can't see it on the other side, but there's a goat willow tree just in front of the shed window, and some long-tailed tits just next to the Lapsteel's going well, thanks Solomon. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I need to get some tips off Paddy though, good tunings to use, and they're like, hey up, want another tune? Party lines, here we go. Party lines, does anybody have party lines? The telephone party lines where like you pick it up, my nan had one, you pick it up and you had to share a line with somebody. Pick it up, or you'd be wigging at them, and they could hear you because there'd be a little click. Well, I wonder when they got phased out. Anyway, party lines. I thought, yeah, but you know, party lines, as in, you know, lemo, as my Scouse brethren describe it. You know, because I like a little. So party lines. So the tune, this one, I was looking at the folder that it was in yesterday for the original date, and the original date I started this one. This is the oldest one, definitely. I started this one in 2014. It was called Pat Metheny. It was like that bass piano part and a little chuggy pattern. And I was like, oh, that could be so good. And I just could not get it to out of the starting blocks. I came back to it, but I must have come back to it half a dozen times, and it just refused to develop. So really, I mean, usually with them I just give up. But when it came to like doing this album after I'd finished Stevie, put Stevie out in March, I went back to it and like got it back up again. It was like I'm going to make you work, and yeah, put some graft in. And turned it round, you know, into the little chugger that it is now. Little chug fest. Yes, party line. You had a party line as in the telephone, or you just had a snort? Yes. Thanks, Thomas. Thanks for investing, man. Appreciate it. That's I think that was me Model D copy doing the solo in there. The Behringer one. But I like the idea of having a grand piano bass. I've never done that. That was alright for Elton John as well, wasn't it? And like he's singing the other day. Shamanda Fair, thanks that. Yeah, no, well, it's the old album, didn't it? So yeah, I definitely made a more conscious decision to decorate the fuck out of this album. Filigree all over it, like a New Orleans balcony. I thought, yeah, it's like a tapestry. Nothing repeating itself really, apart from the rhythm sections. And things just cascading over the top, be it synths or guitars. And just forgetting about the stigmata, you know, they're not solos in the I'm not showing off any technical prowess. You know, there's a stigma for solo. They're not solos, you know, it's decoration for me, it's icing. Sorry, Missing Garden as well, Paul. Sacrifices you have to make. Wow, 45 people watching. Nothing to see really. Top up is in order. Thanks, Jared. Where's Paddy Quinn? So that was, thanks Rupert, that was Party Lines. Next is track 7, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7. It's called I'll Tickle Your Catastrophe. Nothing to do with COVID-19. It was named long before that shit kicked in. It's a quote from Shakespeare. I'm not that, you know, well read on William, but yeah, I saw it somewhere about, like, you know, the most ridiculous Shakespeare quotes or something. Thanks, Dom. And I'll tickle your catastrophe apparently means I'll kick you up the arse. Who knew? And the reason being is because catastrophe apparently is from Greek, to mean the end of something. So it became like a euphemism for the end of, like, your end, your arse at your end. It ain't the end of you, is it? It's in the middle really, but so yeah. I don't know, tickle. I mean, tickle, I suppose that's just, yeah. Not quite a kick, but yeah, that's where the title came from. I'll Tickle Your Catastrophe. But the tune, I can't really remember what started this one. And there's obviously more than a nod to Trouble Man in there. One of the best albums ever made. You can't beat a bit of melancholy synth noodlage. Thanks, Sean. That's me on the drums on that one. I forget, was it me on the? Oh, it's me on the last one as well. I'm on the drums on. I mean, there isn't a guest drummer on this one. accept the machines. But yeah, I still have to tidy it all up. It's not one take, no dubs from me. Looking fit. Well, Dale, flattery will get you everywhere, brother. Love you too as well, Dom. Hope you're alright, man. Thanks, Mark. Yes, Chewy. How's it going, brother? Willkommen. Delphi Regan, I would happily give you a shout out, you beautiful creature. What a fantastic set last Saturday. Hopefully that's going to be a weekly occurrence now, Delph. I'd go on to Twitch and start charging, get some subscribers together. But yeah, it was top. But thanks for joining us. Hello, Sean. Thank you, brother. Vibraphones, you can't lose with them, can you? There's channeling Roy Ayers. I'd love a vibraphone. I'd love a marimba or a vibraphone. It's obviously not in here, but oh, what a beautiful. That must be just a joy to stand over one of them with your mallets, with your felt mallets. Cheers, Jim. That's the Oscar again, definitely. Props to Pete Ives every time. God bless you, Pete. Thanks for investing again today, man. One of the Uber crew. Catastrophe tickled. Yeah, nice. Okay, track 8, Swimming in Amber. Another one that everybody liked when I stuck it on Insta, so I should imagine it'll be popular with the Puder. This was sat around as just these kind of ambient chords and some kind of bubbling. It's called a ship's piano, the preset. It's just like a knackered old kind of pub piano setting. And that was it. It was just them two things. And I kind of... I thought it's just an ambient piece. I'll stick it at the end of the album. And then I'd shelved it. And I learned to play the Pairdie Shuffle, which is a drum beat I've tried to play all my life. And I applied myself. And I found some proper YouTube clips where they had like foot, hands, everything kind of, yeah, right, let's slow it down because you can slow it down on YouTube, quarter speed. All right, so that's where that goes, and worked it out, managed to play it. It was just like, it was a big kind of moment for me in my musical development. I mean, joking aside, it was, you know, I mean, it was in terms of milestones for drumming, I was just like uber chuffed. And so I came back to this tune and I thought, oh, hang on, that's a rolling beat that's in there. Could maybe get a Pairdie Shuffle underneath it. Went to put it in, hand in glove. You know when something's instinctively right. And that just made the tune like a doddle to finish then, you know, because it had its mood. Yeah, and then flung a bit of flute on the top. Job done because less is more sometimes. Other times more is more. know. Hello, sister of mine. Listen, you always turn up just as we're finishing. For crying out loud. Yeah. No sign of these lot in the chat. I'm gonna have to message them. Poor. No sign of brethren. Scouse brethren. Apart from Mr. Jones. Got distracted there. That's the gin. Chivying done for the evening. Are you still getting the feed alright, by the way? I forgot to ask. Sounds still alright. Oh, there you go. I've just seen that perfect headphone listening. Super. I am going to do an ambient album, Sean. Thanks, you. You are fashionably late, sis. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do an ambient album, actually. I was thinking about doing it for the next, doing an album, just getting all the things I've got that are ambient, and sticking them together for because the first book are doing a waiver of the fee once a month, so it makes complete sense to try and synchronise your releases with that. So it might be an idea for me to just go back and just like collate all the beatless things and put them out as an hour. I've been thinking about that. Big love, sis. Back to you, Dal. About time for a pipe. Oh, Pad's on dad duty. I have to go around again just for Pad. Vibes! I've lost my screens. Nonsense. Ah, there we go. Super duper. Thanks, Chris. Swimming in Amber. The title, it came from a prehistoric fossil, would you not believe? Yeah, somebody just described, there was an insect and it was described as swimming in amber. And obviously I suppose, see, so amber, I'm drawn to it, amber and black. But swimming, and I like amber as a precious stone. So that was swimming in amber. So track 9, Shatterproof Bionic Heart is track 9. Is this a roller? This accordions. Accordions. Yeah, that's what this started with. It's 7 bars as well. It's a 7-bar riff. So I thought I'll just do something that's a little bit kind of syncopated. There you go. There's 10. 10 just comes a bar earlier. Vibes. Thanks, Brett. Nice one, Mick. So yeah, accordion started this one, and then... Oh no, this is the one with the ship's piano on. Gong, 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 gong. Yeah, I got mixed up. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I had like loads of top lines on this, little moody Moog top lines, and I stripped them all away and put these strings on a couple of weeks ago, and it was like, yes, that's what that song is. I was trying to funk it up a bit too much, and it just needed to kind of... It was trying to do butterfly, and it just needed to do breaststroke. Maybe backstroke. Yeah, this is the new LP, this Dale. Yeah, sorry. The new LP. Look at the top of the thread, Dale. There's a link to the Bandcamp page that it's on. The new LP, Nostalgia Intensa, which is Intense Nostalgia in Spanish, but apparently I've been told it's Italian and Portuguese. So there you go. That's what I like to see, a bit of inter-common communication. You're welcome, Brent. Good LP for yoga, yeah. Except for Lost Our Magic on the pier, I can't imagine what yoga moves you do to that, to be honest. You struggle a bit. I'm going to have to go around again, aren't I, because loads of people are coming in late. Thanks, Chewy. Thanks, Lou. Yeah, the title, Shatterproof Bionic Heart, you know, just something to do with robots. I'm sure we'd all like a shatterproof heart. Thanks, Adrian. Let's go round again. Yeah, there's hardly anything going on with this track, really. And I had to resist decorating it. It's enough, isn't it? Thanks, Will. Good to see you as well, brother. So that's Shatterproof Bionic Heart. Track 9 of Nostalgia Intensa. I can't do it justice, I can't do it with a Spanish inflection. Thunder or wildlife on the Shedio roof. There, that's that ship's piano. I know it sounds not like a piano, but it's like a shit musical box or something. And there's that accordion again. Bit of a seat, bit of a kind of pugwash vibe there. Yeah, a tad sea shanty-esque. Lullabies, little twinkly bells. That's one. There you go. That'll get your kids off to sleep. So track 10. About to start. Track 10 was a long title that I couldn't really use initially, which was a massive wigwam full of toffs off the tits, which, you know, once the joke's kind of worn off, you're like, oh, you got fed up of typing it. So it turned into pillow fists, and then I got rid of the plural because it said party lines, and I couldn't have two plurals for some reason. Don't know what that was about. Started off with them guitar, just that guitar, 2 chords, picked chords, and then I think I put the drum, yeah, put the rim kit down, put the bass part down, and then the little synth noodles over the top. Yeah, it was finished fairly quick, this one. So that's it, that's your 10. I think it's quite short one, this is it. Oh no, 4 minutes. Wash vibes. Rim shots for the winning. Yeah, they're off that. They're off this drum kit that I got for £200 off Facebook Marketplace, which has just served me so incredibly well. Can't believe it. Thanks, brother. Thanks, Massimo. That's very kind of you. I know you're right, Chewy. You know, I mean, less is more. But like I say, you know, I got into it. Was the album was about decoration, so I was just a bit concerned that one was kind of out of whack with the others. All the others are like busy. Bit more out of tune flute there. Schools and colleges. Type scene. But yeah, like I said on my last stream, and I think everyone before, it's like I always end up finishing an album with the slowest track, for want of a better term, or the emptiest tune, or you know, the one that's just kind of like, right, there you go, night night. Porky's with us. Good evening, Pork. Are you well, brother? Yeah, I'm gonna go around again because thanks, John. There's a load of people just rocking up late on, and to be honest, I've got nothing else to do. I'll finish the album, except start the next one. Oh, sorry, neglecting any chattage. Yes, my brethren. The cover photo, Paul. Yeah, right. I actually went to do that for Electronic Sound Mag because they asked us to do some photos for the article. And I'd seen this photo kept popping up on my feed of like a photo that had won a photo competition of a guy sat next to a road. Mr. Hodge, thank you very much for investing. Mr. Vince Font in the United States. I doubt he's watching, but he's invested. Thanks, Vince. Yeah, so I'd seen this picture of a guy sat next to a road, long exposure. There's like all the cars are flying past. He's in his car, but they've got some kind of illumination in the car. Blue illumination with a kind of orange. It was lovely. I thought I'm going to try and rip that off. So I went up there, South Cave, to the bypass where there's a little kind of side road that has now been blocked off. Parked up, set my camera up, got the remote control. I can do the little remote app off my phone. Did a few shots of me sat in the car. I looked like a pervert. I just looked like a stalker. It was distressing. So I got out the car. I thought I've got to take some more pictures. So it was me with my remote camera app and the brake lights of the car next to me, next to the A63. But it was a full moon. You can see a full moon over my shoulder, and there's the Umber Bridging as well. So I was like, it seemed to have like a lot of elements in the. And I wanted an abstract sleeve. I wanted this sleeve to be an abstract one. I was going to get an artist to do one for me, but I couldn't afford to do it. Who Doug McDougall recommended to me, Joseph Akuba. So I thought, well, I want an abstract sleeve. So when I saw that picture, I thought, yeah, I like the composition of it. The colours are great. It looks top when it's really small. Even looks really good when it's tiny. So I thought, well, that'll do. It passed all those kind of tests. Stalker shot, yeah. Honestly, it looked like it was like proper, like creepy. I should get them up really. Can I share? I can share screens here. See if I can find the pictures. We're back round to Frank Sinatra for anybody who's joining us for the first time. Track one on Nostalgia Intensa. Oh, here we go. Found them. Right, here we go. Creepy shots. Right, I need to... What do I do with this? I'll get this up. Ah, yes. Right, here we go. Live browser. There you go. There it is. There's the pervert shot. Look. Who's that freak? That's particularly worrying. That one. Look at that. What else? So there, I'm out the car. See, I think there's creepier ones than that. There was one that was like proper like. What was he? Not reacting. Top man, I'll take the wrangling call. Cheers, Brett. So here's the photos, right? So here's me just outside the car, just fucking about. You know, the Fuji X10 that got off Kevin Roodforth, God bless you, Kev, has this Wi-Fi connection thing, so you can kind of like take pictures. Well, you know, after a fashion. Look, it's a mess. But where's the one that I ended up using? Here we go, starting to get there. Moody, didn't work. So hello. No, that's nearly there. That's one of these. Is it that one? Is that the one? Oh no, that's got Sinister Eye. Look. Yeah. No, we didn't want Sinister Eye. That was a bit too. Let's have a go Sinister Eye. Look at that. I wasn't using that one. No way. Where is it? There it is. Boom. You go. Yeah, there it is. Ooh, lovely. That'll do us. So yes, that's alive. Queen, yes brother, how are we? Did any of that come through? I ain't even checked. How's it going, Quinn? Good to see you, man. I hope the family's doing well in these tumultuous times. Frank Sinatra, yeah. I mean, do I even have to explain that title? It's just a shit pun. When I wanted, it's high maintenance now. I'm not keeping up. This one's high maintenance, inspired by the web series, and and just being high generally. Thanks, Paul. That was just for you. A little bit of background. Actually, share some vids. Oh, Frank Sinatra's been and gone on it. Here's me fucking about trying to write songs. Is that interesting? I doubt it. Thanks, George. Is it George or George? George. Carl, I'm promoting my new album, for fuck's sake. That's another thread, brother. That's Fila Brasilia. Fuck me. Wrong page. But you know, I appreciate your love for an old track, which was dedicated to my granddad. Anyway, off we go. Oh yeah, false ending for high maintenance. Good evening, Tansy. Rob, is Rob in? I've missed Rob. I'm going to have to scroll back. Is Mr. Ferris in? Oh, well, hi, Rob, anyway. Good evening, Mr. Osborne Lawn. Hi Justin. Stream sounding rocking, thanks Paul. Yeah, well, you know, I've spent a time getting it right. Makes sense, doesn't it? You want to present things properly. Or in the best light possible. So, we lost our magic on the pier, track 3. You know, I had no idea where to place this, because I still think of running orders. I still think of albums as having a running order. I suppose, you know, to my kids it's like a song to song, it goes into a playlist, not a story. But to me it's like, I make albums, and them albums are a narrative. Like, I grew up on albums that like had a, you know, running orders were like, they meant something. They totally meant something. You just couldn't imagine kind of Immigrant Song being the last song on set 3 or whatever. So, didn't know where to put it on the album. I ended up sticking it early doors, just get it out of the way, because you can't, like I say, big energy change, you can't put it at the back end, can you? Not going to get a chairspin tonight, Dale, sorry, stabilised. And but yeah, it just came about off the top of that riff. The guitar riff just came to me out of the blue. I fleshed it out with some of the bits haphazardly, whilst channeling Mick Ronson, Jimmy Page and John McGeoch, my heroes. Good evening, Todd. Oh, hi, Skipper. Sorry, I've been ignoring the comment. Any comments that I should be doing? No, good. Oh, I actually have got. Do you know, I could. Let's do a pause. No, it started already. Right. I'll do it when it's finished. I've got some. I've got the clips in the desktop. When I first did it, I thought I'd nicked the riff. I put it up on the socials. I was like, have I nicked this riff off somebody? Somebody tell me whether I've stolen this, whether it came to me, you know, subconsciously. And nobody popped up. I kind of half expected somebody to say, oh fucking hell, Arctic Monkeys, we all march to the beat of a fucking twister. No, I was like, no, fucking, no. I didn't know about that. Anyway, it turns out nobody called it, although a couple of people did say, Man, actually, out fearlessly, which made me love it, about R.D. Taylor's There's a Ghost in My House. I thought, fucking ace. If that's your connection, that's going on the album. There it is. There it was. Yeah, actually, I'm going to stop. I'll stop it. Let's stop the music, and I've got clippage. There we go, that's me doing it. Right, so I'll just need to move to browser feed. See if this works. I think this is me getting the riff down. Is it? I don't know. Oh, wrong track. Oh, Catastrophe. No, where is it? I'll forget that then. Yeah, sack that. Thought I had magic. I was wrong. Here, Hold My Mind. It was, that's one I was just playing. Never mind. Forget the background nonsense. I've had too many drinks to line that up. Yeah, true, man. Well, only if it goes platinum, George. I can't imagine the lawyers will be in touch when it sells like, 200. Good evening, Dave. Thanks, Dunk. Yeah. Correct. my mind. Type of thing that they said in the 60s. Type of thing that you'd have heard at the pigeon-toed orange peel club. If anybody gets that points to anybody who if anybody gets that first person to get that reference gets a free album. The pigeon-toed orange peel club, nightclub. Going for a pipe. Answers on a postcard. Coley's in. The kid's in bed. Amazing. Somebody taxed Little Donkey. Brilliant. Nice one, Alex. Is that what I said? Mr. Prescott, hello. Oh, well, I'm back, you're back. Welcome back to Fish City, brother. No shits on everywhere else. So, nah, that was just me that was mock pride. Don't want to diss any of our international brothers. Oh, peace and love. I don't know if the full Liverpool crew are in now, Pad. Oh, I'm answering that on top of that. That's a different chat window. Yeah, I think, I ain't played as much guitar in life. I mean, you want to listen to the first passes. I have to chop all of these into some kind of shape. I can't read music. I don't know what keys are, scales, self-taught. So it's just haphazard. I just record loads. Well, I don't record loads. I don't record loads actually. I'm a big believer in 3 takes. You know, if you haven't got something in 3 takes, you might as well sack it because it's not going to happen. Come back tomorrow, start on another tune. So, but then 3 takes can be like 10 minutes long each one, so you've got shitloads to go at. And so that's what I tend to do. I'll do pass after pass after pass, and then just sit down and edit. Chopping carrots, yeah. You have to go half-time, Mark. Yeah, we're all back. Like I say, you know, I was like, I'm not ashamed to decorate, so let's decorate the fuck out of it. But this actually, I'm just remembering this past one was just contradict myself. It was just 1 take, this one. I mean, there was loads of shit in it, but I chopped all the shit out, and this is what was left, like tracing paper. I got rid of all the excessive, well, just the bum notes and the bad timings. It's a lot, you know, but I played for a long time, so thankfully there was still enough. after I'd sifted the wheat from the chaff. So yeah, this well, anybody who did, do I have to repeat stories? This one really hamstrung finishing the album. I actually finished mastering the album at 3 o'clock this morning because I'd messed about that long finishing this song off. So I'd come up with 2 new parts on Tuesday for it, which was like, you know, you need parts need to come back to them and go, let them bed in, you know. But it really needed some stuff at the end of the tune, so I did these 2 parts. One of them was that synth line, and the second one was all these brass parts, which was on a really shit brass sound, which now it's, you know, Grange Hill, so we're all good. But yeah, when it was on kind of like James Last, it wasn't even James Last, it was just like really bad brass preset on an organ, on a fucking home organ or something. So I ended up just finishing writing this song like yesterday, you know, when I should have been mastering. I mean, I should have mastered it all before then anyway, and then I got to mastering and realised there was other things wrong with Catastrophe, needed some work on it, and what else. There was like 5 tunes I ended up bringing back up and redoing before I delivered it at 3. But yeah, me, I'm West End, I'm not complaining, just explaining. Oh yeah, and then the percussion, I was like, yes, like the claves, the cowbells, the tambourines, the shakers, it was like, hello, that's what it needed. Green guitars, just aesthetically, I'm utterly obsessed with British Racing Green as a finish on a guitar because of John McGeoch and Bill Nelson's Yamaha SG2000. Which I lust for now, really. I'd give me right arm for one. Mr. Gillian, you alright, cuz? Welcome. Good evening. Uncanny Valley is on now. Uncanny Valley! I don't know if I've got anything interesting to say about it. I've used up all the interesting stories there. Oh, here we go, that's me there. Oh, it's gone now. I've got it on threshold here, so... But yeah, there's a bit of chopped up warbling there at the top. Ever play slide guitar, Dale? Yeah, it's there, brother. It's all over. It's all over this tune, actually. Have a listen. Yeah, have a listen, Dale. This is the one that's got the most. I bought a slide guitar about 3 weeks ago, and this is the first tune that I put it on. £85. Hawaiian guitar, man. Thanks, Cole. I call them Hawaiian guitars. I don't like calling them lap steels. I think they're Hawaiian guitars. Well, I call them Hawaiian guitars. Joel, right? A man of ineffable taste, evidently. This is my second one. I left one in a hire car, and I loved it that much I had to reinvest. And that I don't do that often, but I did. I had to, because it is that nice. Yeah, how about that, Dale? I know, synchronicity, mate, it's meant to be. Get your money out and buy the album. The LP on the wall. The LP on the wall, Joe. That's a picture of me and Harold Budd recording in the old studio there, Chief. I think is that the LP on the wall, the one you mean? Up here? This one. Yeah, that's Harold, my good friend Harold Budd, American avant-garde composer, and Sage, amazing bloke. Honoured to call him a friend. If that's what you meant, Joel, sorry. Let's go back. Feed's all gone choky. Everybody can still see what's going on. It's all frozen. interesting. Second time round. So Uncanny Valley, this one is. It's got the accordion in. Got me singing in. There's the accordion. That was a gift. I've got that. Kind of laughed when she first got it, but I've used it loads. It's this. Like I say, it's the Augustus Pablo effect. Oh yeah, so do the old. Everyone likes this. Yeah, do you know, I'm gonna get subscribers. Is everything alright there, food-wise? Features heavily on this. That's the copper xylophone. Gear question. To the Beringer HQ, and then got shut down the week I was supposed to go there, the Manchester branch. Unfortunately. Much to my mind. Thanks, Andy. Sound action. Thanks, Andy. Party lines. What's that track? 7, 6. Party lines. Yeah, well, you can make your own mind up what it means. Yeah, never done a bass on a piano before. You know, and I kind of put it in there just as a marker, and then, like, that happens a lot of times, is you put a marker down and then it's like, oh, that's staying. You try other things, you try other bass sounds, try kind of parts, and whatever, you're like, no, that's why it's good. It was on that sound. Yeah, my feed's not refreshing for some reason. Oh no, this one is vibes. What's that? Horrible Jow Wobble? Olga Zuki, like, wow, that sounds top, that. Lovely. Sounds different when you've had a drink, Paul, that's why. Yes, Grassy Knoll in the house. In the house. Good evening, all. Hope you're well, brother. And you and yours are all in rude health. Seems okay again. What's that, Andy? Have we had some feed issues? I could put headphones on and listen to what's going out the front if I need to get involved. People can just tell me, can't they? You kind people can inform me. Just echoes. Alright, perhaps. Yeah, it should be alright now. I'm up close and personal. There you go, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Fanfare for the common man. Yeah, that was important to me. I bought it, in fact. Bought it on 7. Lyricon, Stevie Wonder, the Lyricon, you know that. Thomas Scott and the LA Express. That actually is the Model D. That's what you can hear. There's the Behringer Model D. It was a very convincing car. Oh, that's very kind of Dale. Fucking lovely thing to say. And then this bit just turns into kind of Pink Floyd. Good intention there, but just I thought, oh, that's alright, isn't it? Need no education. Yeah, I like Dave Gilmour, one of my favourite guitarists. And then yeah, you're back to Mita and Jean-Michel Jarre. No. You know, getting Space, do you remember that band? They were great, man. Space, that French band. Space Echoes, no, I've never had a Space Echo rolling, Space Echo car. Just plugins that do a fairly good job, to be honest. But yeah, I'd like one. Vintage gears ace, isn't it? Tangerine Dream. That's TTV there. It's about as proggy as I've ever been. But with a disco beat. What's Neuro? Physio? Oh, Physio, fuck me, sorry, sorry Phil. Shit man, I'll be better soon. Not consciously, soul influences, Andy. I hardly had any, to be honest. I think I had one album. Let's have a look. I have put the Bandcamp link up, Deb. Deb's just texted me, put the Bandcamp link up. I've pinned it at the top of the comments. I'll put it in again. Should I just keep firing it in there? Just as kind of like, yes, come on, advertise the fuck out of your album. Boom! Have some more links. Self-promotion's beyond me. It really is. I struggle. Look at me! Who's that? Oh no, thanks man. Fucking God bless you. Investing in me work. Best tour manager I ever worked with, Noel Kilbride. What's that US tour and all? Yes. Where are we next? I'll tickle your catastrophe. The Shakespearean beats. Shakespeare. I'll kick you where the sun don't shine. Don't know when I started this one actually. Let's have a look in the old folders. When did Catastrophe seed itself? October 2019. Date created. Yeah, so I mean, it could have got onto the last album, but like I say, you know, I'm always starting tunes up until I say I'm always doing that. I used to, but up until the lockdown, when I thought, yeah, I'm not starting it. I've consciously not tried to start anything and just finish as much as I can. Hence, you know, being able to kind of get an album out in 6 weeks. Yeah, man. Jackie Liebzeit. Jackie loves time. Isn't that the best name for a drummer? Jackie Liebzeit, man. Jackie loves time. Sorry, comments there. Thanks, Paul. That's very kind of you, Carl. Thanks, man. Yeah, well, it ain't conscious. If you write from your instincts, you should have an imprint, shouldn't you? You should have a thumbprint, rather. If you're just writing from your instincts all the time, there is a sincere kind of reflection of what you're into. So there should be some kind of pattern to that. So you should have a recognisable style. If people was allowed to just do what, to be more free creatively, not within the constraints of the commercial, you would get that. You'd get really distinctive artists, but you'd still be able to recognise the style, regardless of how far they went in genres, inverted commas. But yeah, thanks anyway. That was a bit of a long-winded thank you, wasn't it? I don't remember a company that tried to license pork. No, Dale, what was that? Oh no, hang on. Dale, was you with Martin Schaefer? Is it? Was that the t-shirt thing? I do apologise. Dementia's kicking in, man. It really is. Got people to thank, haven't I? Who may or may not be joining us when your phone dies. Later for that. Alright, different one. Scene. No, I don't know. That's gone into the mists of time, that one, Dale. I apologise. You should have just nicked it. Rob Ferris. Fucking go on with your bad self, Mr. Ferris. Adam. I'll be off to the post office tomorrow with that physical thing. Nice one, man. Thanks for going there with your corn. Thanks, Rob. Thanks. No, cheers, brother. Owlism. Oh, that is Sean and Extra Life. Thanks, man. Top scene. Here we go. Yes. Anybody who buys a record off me gets a shout out midstream, Rob. You know. How's it going in Canada, man? Hope you're alright. Thanks, Dale. Where are we? Still on Catastrophe. We are. The Trouble Man vibes. And there's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that. So we're coming, what up to? 7. Nostalgia Intensa is the album. Should I just drop it in? Should be like that. Fucking, there's another one. There's another link. Linkfest. Yeah, Will Deb. So there you go. That was the end of Tickling. The end. If you go with Shakespeare's analogy of a catastrophe, Venus and on for an end. Anyway, Swimming in Amber's next track. The Purdy Shuffle that I mastered, I managed to shoehorn it into this, which kind of finished the track off, thankfully. Swimming in Amber, there it is, which started off, it was going to be ambient, right up until quite recently, I think. When did I put that on? When I do that Insta clip, it must be about a month ago, that I put the drums on and finished it, finished it properly, instead of it being half-arsed. glitches, a lot of my stuff. Yeah, good to know, man. Yeah, prehistoric vibes. If you're an insect trapped in a gemstone. Beats. That's that one. The Lecky kit. It's all the Lecky kit. But you know, I'm so good. I make everything sound righteous. The best producer you've never heard of. Alright, Martin. Thanks for investing today, man. So yeah, yeah, man. Everyone's got a different favourite. I mean, everybody has a different favourite of everything. You can pick any album I've ever put out, and people have never really rushed to one track. And it was the same with Feeler. You know, I think that when you do that kind of spread of styles, you are gonna, you know, it's horses for courses, isn't it? One man's meat. So yeah, you know, it is just taste, isn't it? You know, you like cucumbers, he likes beetroot. I'm a grocer. No, I never dream music, Paul. Never have. Maybe twice in my life. Woke up singing something, you know, and it was shit. Binned it. Still no sign of Mr. Paddy Quinn. No sign of him at all. Telling everybody to jump in the chat this afternoon. Dr. Newton, thank you for investing, sir. Oh, we're looking 40 people still. Amazing, really. What are they doing? Have they left the laptops on or something? It's like they've forgotten. Flu. Thought better of that. I missed him, Cole. I know what it's like, man. When you got the Bairns, you know, tongue in cheek. Thankfully, the kids have grown up. I don't know where Russ is. I don't know. The second pass is always better, and everybody's relaxed. Had another drink, had another pipe. Well, I need to do some stretching there, man. Tension. Tense, nervous, headache. Nice one there. Take it easy, Skipper. Yes, John. Thanks, man. Oh, I missed any chattage? No. So we're kind of drawing to the end of the second pass and the final one this evening. Let me get some more ice, though. can. Most ambient of the 10. Bringing it in. Where are we? Yeah, shatterproof bionic heart. Yeah, live bass. I think everything else is synthetic. Yeah. 7-bar part, anybody kind of that way inclined. Bit of kind of nerdy knowledge. Thanks, Paul. Cheers, Andy. Thanks for staying with us. It's been a laugh. I've actually managed to not get as pissed as I usually do as well. I'm not like, you know, giddy. Oh, that smells. Might have gone too far with that one. Oh, fucking hell, Jesus wept. Oh, my Jesus. Oh, my sweet Jesus. I omitted the mixer. Dear oh dear me. What a nerves trick. Oh, good lord. Let me rinse that away. Fuck. That was all Bombay and no Fanta. Oh. My nose was trying to tell me there, wasn't it? My nose was trying to tell me they'd be monsters. So yeah, this one it was Selena strings, I think, over the top of it. Just threw them down. That was yeah, I threw that insta up actually. That was take 1. Like I say, it's either 1, 2 or 3. There's very rarely a take 4 or a take 5 because, like I say, it's not going to happen. Don't kid yourself. Spend your energies on something more productive. Thanks, you, man. Appreciate it. Take it easy. Chewy. Slicker. See, good. Well, you know, I think you do get better as you get older, I suppose. I don't know, am I getting slicker? Shit. It's going to keep me awake tonight, that Chewy. Slick. Am I slicker? Yeah, I am. Yeah, let's be honest. But, you know, slicker for me is still kind of rough as fuck for somebody else, isn't it? That slick for me is like, it's not FM, it's not Steely Dan. I wish it was. I'd fucking love to work in top studios with top engineers and producers and players. Fucking hell. I always think that I'm just getting by doing this. I'm just getting by doing the thing that I can just about afford to do. I'm not doing the thing that I dream of doing because it's too expensive, you know, getting the best of everything. You need backing for that stuff, and nobody backs 54-year-old musicians, you know, with marginal fucking interest. They don't though, do they? You know, I resigned myself to that years ago. So you're just away, just chipping away, doing like the best you can with the tools that you've got. You know, and that's what this is. That's what all this is. All this work, it's just like, you know, making a fist of what you've got. You know, you're not taking loans out and trying to do things that are just beyond your budget, because that's not how you make it. you know, you don't make a career out of that if you're just kind of spunking loans on some like mad hamster wheel. You know, you have to own the means of production, and then once you own the means of production, it's you know, it's all, you know, there isn't like a massive deep playing community that I ever tapped into. You know, there's obviously there's some good players, some excellent players, but you know, it ain't like a massive reservoir of people that you can go to. And even if you did, you know, I mean, what are you going to do? You know, you can't exploit other people all the time. You know, it's like if you're not in a band with them, what are you going to do? I can't pay fucking mad session fees. So yeah, anyway, I don't know, I ended up going down that. Here we are. We lost track. Yeah, Pillow Fists, which was originally called a wigwam full of toffs off the tits, which was to do with the first festival I ever went to, the Elephant Fair Festival in Cornwall, which was an amazing experience. Dennis Bavell was playing there, actually, amazingly. There's some synchronicity for you. But Jonathan Richman, who else was on? Well, the Armour Show was on. That's the band I was down to kind of work with, or trying to blag some work with. But Elephant Fair Festival, I didn't do. Oh, massive wigwam full of. Well, I broke over the tent. I broke over the fence, and the first thing I saw when I broke in was a massive wigwam full of toffs off the tits. I couldn't believe it. I was only like, what, 20? I'd never seen out like it. And it was the Lord of the Manor, I think, and his kind of like minions. But I was like, I'd never moved amongst toffs, like, you know, kind of boho toffs. I didn't know they existed then, so that was a bit of a kind of eye-opener. And so, yeah, but anyway, I couldn't have that as the title of the track, ultimately, even though it did make everybody laugh, because it looks daft, and you know the joke wears off pretty quick. So I ended up going with Pillow Fists, which was, or Pillow Fist, just because I didn't want two plurals. But Pillow Fists was what my youngest really into boxing, and he'd mentioned that as a term, obviously a term of derision. Pillow Fists, you know, which kind of described me most probably. You know, I'm not, you know, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Yeah, there we go. So that's the end of the album, innit? Second time round. I don't think we've got the energy to do third tonight. And I've run out of stories anyway. But yeah, thanks for everybody for joining us. It's been a joy. Always nice getting the interaction going. No, I've seen that. No, it's brilliant, man. I love the Dan. Love Steely Dan. Got fucking pure time for him, man. Yeah, see. Health, wealth, and happiness, everybody. All the best for you and yours. Ambient LP in 4 weeks, Paul, because they're doing the same in June and July. I'll see you this time next month. No, I'm seriously doing it. The other thing I'm thinking of doing is doing tracks that are kind of paddled by me, immediate social media groupings. So I'm going to do 2 drum parts, and it's like, you vote, should I carry on with A or B, which is your favourite? You pick a drum part, right, boom, right, now I'll do a bass part. Who wants this bass? Who wants that one? Ooh, let's go with A. So we'll just kind of fork off. You can fork off and end up with a tune, you know, just go, right, this one, this part or that part, yeah, this one, you know, let the hive mind decide. We'll do something like that, I think, over the next few weeks. But that's your lot. How does it finish? There you go. Got a nice chord to finish, haven't you? So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. Go out and buy the album if you've enjoyed anything that you've heard. Where are we there? Oh, which camera are we on? Yeah, go out and buy it if you like it, because obviously that sustains me as an artist. I can't be sustained by streaming culture, unfortunately, even though, you know, I'm a subscriber, but you have to invest in artists' work as well. So thanks again, and I'll see you this time next month with an ambient album. Rock on.